is up? Good afternoon, friends, nerds, neighbors, and everybody in between. It is episode 15 of Nerd Informants. I am Josh Grisham.
I'm Tim Church. What's up?
We are here side by side breaking down all things pop culture, nerd-related, collectibles, comic books, movies, everything.
Everything.
There is no nerd stone left unturned, friends. We find it all. Man, what a week it has been. It has gone by so quickly. We're already in a new week.
It's been insane, and a lot of things dropped this week too. I feel like we need like 5 shows to talk about it all.
I know. We would probably need an extra episode or two just to talk about the dropping of the colon, but that's neither here nor there, friends. We'll leave that one alone. It's stinky and loaded with danger, but Nerd Talk is not.
Exactly.
All right, man. So you got out over the weekend, as you sometimes have a tendency to do when you're not working, reporting on the news.
Yeah.
And you went out and you saw Sully.
I did.
The movie with Tom Hanks.
That's right.
The Miracle of the Hudson.
Yeah.
The, hey, you can't save lives by flying your plane into the Hudson River kind of movie.
Yeah.
But he did it anyway.
He did. Man.
And you want to get into your review like right at the beginning of the episode, or you want to wait towards the end?
No, we can hit it now. Let's hit it. Let's get this thing rolling with something big.
While it's fresh in the bones, right?
Yeah,
right.
definitely. Because I want to make sure I have plenty of time to talk about this. Frankly,
let her sink in, man. Let her sink in.
Tom Hanks delivered his best performance, in my opinion.
Whoa! Even better than Forrest Gump?
Since Castaway. This has been his best movie that he's done since Castaway.
That's not a stretch though, dude, because seriously, like when he was in Castaway, he was talking to a volleyball.
Yeah. Well, now he has to talk to a plane. So
does he actually have conversations with the plane?
No, not really.
You got my hopes up. I was gonna go see the movie. But...
Pixar's coming out with that next year. Sully and the plane.
But okay, all right. So you've got me kind of convinced here. So tell me what seriously. You saw. I mean,
first off, let me share. Don't ever take a trip with Tom Hanks. Okay, whether it's flying, whether you're on a boat.
It's not like he's got such a bad track record, you know.
I mean, from getting stuck on an island with a volleyball to pirates. Just don't go traveling with Tom Hanks. Don't go to space with Tom Hanks. Okay. Especially if you want to go to the moon, just leave Tom Hanks at home. But no, if you're going to the movies to see Tom Hanks, you're in the right place. Sully was fantastic. It really dove into the parts of the story that us as the everyday citizens, the viewers, the ones on the other side of the media, did not get to see. This took place, it's hard to believe that it took place as long ago as it did. 2009, I believe, is the date that's sitting in my mind. 2009 is when this took place. I was a senior in high school. Since that time, college has been done. I mean, I graduated high school, of course. College is done, graduated in my 3rd year as a journalist. So a lot has taken place in the world since Captain Sullenberger landed his plane on the Hudson River. And just to take a look at all the things that took place in the moments, just the moments, the days, the hours following him landing the plane on the Hudson, it's unfathomable. You just can't wrap your mind around it.
Not a life lost. And I'm assuming that the film touches in on like a lot of the political and governmental minutia, the meddling, the involvement, all of that stuff. Now, how did that sit well with you? Because obviously that's stuff that we don't see.
Yeah, and that's what got to me, because that's the stuff we didn't get to know about.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not going to give too much about the film away, because I definitely want you to go see it, and I don't want to mess that up for you. But basically, the premise of this film is, of course, Sully landed the plane in the water. But what happened to Sully after that? Okay.
Yeah.
That's just a small chunk of the film. Okay. The main part of the film is, of course, that happened, but what's happening to him afterwards? There's lawyers involved. There's the union is involved in this. The airline, insurance agents. It's a whole mess of things. A lot of politics, of course, but they make it watchable. They make it understandable. You're fighting for Sully this entire time. You know what he did was the right thing, and no matter whether you believe that he's a hero or whether you think that he did the wrong thing by landing the plane on the Hudson, I don't care what you think. That's not what I'm here to talk about. But this movie was fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
10 pocket protectors out of 10, my friend.
That right there is certified nerdy, and you don't get any better verdicts than it comes from Tim Church. 10 pocket protectors out of 10. Looks like his co-host is going to have to go and see Sully. Nice job, my friend. Good review.
Thank you.
Fantastic. All right, so now, obviously, we've got collectibles we're going to get into on this episode of Nerd Informants, but that's going to be down the road just a little bit because Tim and I have got to dissect it. We've dropped it on Twitter, and I'm sure he has it on Facebook. If he hasn't already, it's going to be there soon. Ghost Rider got a full reveal on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so we finally got to see a flaming car and a flaming head. So what do you think about the latest reveal? Is it comic accurate, like later comic accurate? What do you think? What's your assessment?
From the images I've seen thus far, it does look very comic accurate, okay? It looks like they're really going to pull this one straight from the comic book. Not so sure as in the storyline, of course, of this version of the Ghost Rider. And I say version because, once again, this is not my Ghost Rider. I don't really follow this version. I haven't really picked up a Ghost Rider comic.
Don't you say lack of Johnny Blaze. That's a dirty word for Tim, friends.
Exactly. I love me some Johnny Blaze. I'm a huge Johnny Blaze supporter, follower. So I've not really paid much attention to this new guy because, frankly, it didn't interest me whatsoever.
Yeah.
But now that he's being put into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., of course, this is going to become a household nerd name. So, nerd household, nerd home name.
Nerd home name.
Nerd home name. But the costume looks good. I think it looks good. I think the special effects look good. I think the car looks good. For what they're giving us, since they're not giving us Johnny Blaze, we're not getting a flaming motorcycle. Instead, we're getting a flaming car and a flaming kid. And the flaming kid has a brother. So we'll see what happens. But thus far, it's acceptable. Okay, it's not overly CGI done. Okay, we're in the realm of possibility here with what they're showing us thus far. So let's hope they don't ruin that.
So essentially, it's getting a small endorsement for Mr. Church here, friends. Not full endorsement, tiny endorsement. So it's possible that they could still get this thing right. So far, the reveal is okay. It's okay. We've got flaming skull, flaming car. It's not Johnny Blaze, so we're going to see how they take it. So if you haven't checked it out, check us out on Twitter and on Facebook for the official reveal of Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, switching gears from Ghost Rider and Flaming Heads to a little bit of gaming news that came out. We broke it on Twitter. The Last Guardian.
Oh.
Last Guardian, it's about basically a boy and his pet griffin bird / hybrid. This game has had a long road to release, oftentimes becoming mythical almost. People didn't even believe this game was going to see the light of day because it was from Team Ico. Kind of that same genre of game there. And the story just seems so endearing and so heartwarming. But it has been hit with a delay. And that's heartbreaking because it really just reminds us is how close we got to this game being released. And then now we have to wait even longer. So the delay for The Last Guardian, friends, you will be able to play it this December. So we have a lot longer to wait as of yet. It has already been a while. So let it sink in. Process it however you want. You will play it, but it's going to be towards the end of the year for The Last Guardian. Just disappointing.
Just in time for Christmas.
Exactly. As if our wallets weren't going to be thin enough. We're going to be thinning it out even more. All right, now you broke the news, and you were a little disappointed because people weren't really interacting as much on social media. And Tim was excited about this, but you dampened his excitement. What were you so excited about on social media? What did you break?
Well, Josh, I'm gonna share this with you right meow.
Do you have any idea how fast you're going to talk about this, meow?
I'm going to talk about it pretty fast, meow.
Okay, meow.
All right, meow. Meow.
Meow.
I'm sorry.
He's going to talk about it, meow.
Meow? Yes. Super Troopers 2.
Farva.
2.
Farva.
Team Ramrod. Ramrod. Team Ramrod.
You're going to get in there and you're essentially just going to be pistol whipping.
I am. Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans everywhere.
I'm going to pistol whip the next person that says shenanigans here. I'm telling you that much right now.
Hey, Farva, what's the name of the place you like that's got all that crazy button and stuff? Oh, you mean Shenanigans? Oh! I could quote Super Troopers all day long. I've watched it at least 1,000 times. But here's what we know. It's going to be awesome. All the entire Broken Lizard cast is returning. They announced that Linda Carter is returning. We don't know if she's still the governor or not. We don't know the time frame of how much time has passed since the first Super Troopers. But Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, is returning for the second movie. We do know that for a fact. We also know that they finally let Farva out of the trunk. That was a fundraising effort.
Has he been there the entire time?
So Farva was in the trunk practically the entire time, but it looks like they kept him in there, and they hit their $2 million mark, if I remember right, and now they're trying to raise like another get it up to 3.5 million, I think, in order to pay for extra stuff. So, and I know right now that they're raising money to try to get themselves a car chase scene. They really wanted one in the first movie, but they didn't have enough money to have an excellent car chase scene.
They're going to get that and then some with this. You know that.
The fans are super supportive of the Broken Lizard team and everything they're putting into Super Troopers 2. But I was very happy. If you saw my Facebook post, what Josh was referring to, I put about 100 yeses in the comment, in the post itself, talking about the movie, and I just included little bitty pieces of Super Trooper 1 literature. So it was kind of something like, yes, 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 cola, yes, 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 meow, yes, 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 Team Ramrod. So you had to be paying attention. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody saw that because I got no interaction from it.
How did you miss that? I mean, Tim was spamming our own Facebook page. That's exactly what he was doing.
Take a liter of cola. A liter?
Yeah.
We don't have a liter.
So, Super Troopers 2 is happening, friends. It's official. Yes, we will be getting a sequel. There will be chase scenes. There will be a budget, and we're going to get a really good movie. I mean, it's Super Troopers. How could you not be excited about that?
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Kindly tell everybody out there in internet land who John Wesley Shipp is.
John Wesley Shipp is a man. He's a myth. He's a legend.
All of the above.
And he's coming to Branson in 2017.
That right there, friends, is a bombshell. Yes, you can take your socks off now.
All right. For those of you who don't know who I'm referring to, John Wesley Shipp has been acting for many, many years. He's starred in many, many films and television series, but most notably in the Fandomverse, and more importantly, the Arrowverse. He is known as Henry Allen, a.k.a. Barry Allen's father, a.k.a. The Flash's dad. And, of course, if you were born in the 90s, probably before the 90s, yeah, the Flash TV series that premiered in 91. It was only one season of The Flash. It was the first real Flash TV show that DC Comics released. John Wesley Shipp was Barry Allen in that show. Fortunately, the budget for that show was tremendous. They couldn't really find a place for it, and there really wasn't a nerd fandom back in the early 90s for The Flash like there is today. So that show only lasted one season, unfortunately. But John Wesley Shipp is coming to VisionCon in Branson in February of next year.
There you have it. That right there is a major addition to VisionCon. So kudos for the entire team for getting John Wesley Shipp to be a part of this. That's going to be one heck of an interview. Yeah. And we will be there. We will be talking with him.
No doubt.
We know it's going to happen. We will be there talking to John. Lord knows what stories that guy has got. He's got to have some serious stories.
I can't wait to take every piece of information he has to heart.
I thought you were going to say something crazy like, I can't wait to get every piece of John Wesley Shipp.
No, I'm not crazy.
Would you have gone to that level? I mean, just you can admit it right here. It's fine.
No, I wouldn't have gone to that level. But I can share with you, and I'm going to make you jealous with this. I did talk to John on Twitter. While it wasn't a full-blown conversation, I did tweet to him, and yes, he tweeted back to yours truly. So while it was only 2 words, it made my day on Friday when he did so. So,
well, what did he say to you?
Well, I said, John, I heard you're coming to Branson for VisionCon. I'm really looking forward to meeting you. I just kept it simple. I just wanted to let him know that there's people out here in Branson who are excited to meet him. Didn't expect anything back from him. It was just me being courteous and thanking him for accepting the invitation to VisionCon. And he just typed back, yes, excellent. While it wasn't a full-blown conversation, John Wesley Shipp did read my tweet, and I fanboyed out for about a half day. I called my mom. I said, Mom, Dad.
Barry Allen replied to me, and he said, yes, excellent.
So I'm thinking I'm going to actually print the Twitter piece off there.
And have him sign it?
And have him sign it. I think that's a thing these days. People are doing that. They Twitter or Facebook or Instagram conversations or likes or posts that they have interactions with celebrities. People are cutting those out or from printing them out and getting the celebrities to sign them. So I think it's awesome.
I still think I've got Mr. Church over here beat because, quite frankly, you haven't lived until you actually get a video message from Falcon Anthony Mackie. I don't think that can be topped. I mean, yo, Josh, Team Cap. You made the right choice, dog. Yeah, go over there. It's fine. He was talking about John Wesley Shipp, and while Tim continues to lick his wounds off camera here, friends, I do want to tell you, big news, and of course, Batfleck. We thought it was like an epic trolling at first, but no, it's not an epic trolling.
Not.
It's the real deal. Joe Manganiello is Deathstroke.
Slade Wilson.
He is Slade Wilson. So essentially, we're getting a guy who has got imposing stature, just vast amounts of physical prowess. Hung out with Pee Wee Herman most recently in Pee Wee's Big Holiday. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to check it out on Netflix. It's very, very good. And we're getting a guy who's going to be turning into an assassin, if you will, in the Batman movie coming up in 2019, by the way. So yeah, I just had to drop that little bombshell. We got a long ways to wait before this even happens. So Joe might be in his 70s by the time this thing gets filmed.
I'm going to be old, too.
But look at it this way. Joe hung out with Pee Wee Herman, and he's very adept at being a male stripper. So yes, we're getting an assassin who hangs out with Pee Wee Herman and is a male stripper. How do you feel about that casting? Your thoughts?
Here's the deal. People, the fans, there's been fan art and stories, and everybody wanted Joe to play Deathstroke in the DCU. This is not a new thing.
Were they going back and looking on his past history as a male stripper? I mean, I'm just curious about that.
I think they were actually looking at him before he was naked. And he had the sported look. You know, he had the goatee, and there's images and fan art of him wearing the eye patch, the famed Slade Wilson eye patch. But, I mean, he's no newbie to comic books. For those who will take a trip down memory lane with me to a little movie called Spider-Man, Joe played Spider-Man's high school bully, Flash Thompson. So if you take a trip back to the original Spider-Man movie, you will get to see...
that was him?
That was him. And I had to double check this because somebody was posting that on social media, and I go, that can't be right. That's not Flash Thompson. But I checked. I verified it. Flash Thompson is our new Deathstroke.
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That Joe Manganiello was in the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. My word. Yeah, fist fight in the hallway. That Joe.
Yeah. So the running joke now.
God, he was so young in that.
Oh, super young. Super young. And
I mean, it's like since the original Spider-Man came out, I mean, God, did we just slip into a time warp or something? Did we lose a lot of time? Because to me, it's like Joe aged 30 years overnight.
Oh yeah, well, I don't think he was no high school student when they filmed that. I'm sure he was in his 20s during the filming of Spider-Man. He just happened to take on the appearance of, high school student.
God,
I mean, being Flash Thompson and being a male stripper, that ages you apparently. So
yeah.
So don't fight Spider-Man and don't be a male stripper because you'll get old.
Yeah, I mean,
public safety message.
If you're a lot of stripping there, friends, we just got to tell you that you're going to go gray. I mean, you might develop some day blindness, that sort of thing, so try not to strip. Anyway, we're going to get off on a tangent here. I do want to tell you, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because you can go and check it out on our social media, especially on our Twitter. But apparently, friends, this is also disappointing in the realm of gaming, but apparently the new addition to Microsoft, and it's a PC exclusive for Windows 10 platforms, Recore, is out amongst the masses, and apparently it really sucks according to reviews. Like 6.5 sucks. Ooh. So if you were looking at playing Recore, I'm sorry to burst your bubble there, friends, but apparently it's not that great a game. But we're just the bearers here. We're just the messengers. If you really want to give Recore a shot, and you're a true gamer, despite the reviews, you'll go ahead and pick it up and give it a try on your preferred platform of choice, which it's either PC or Microsoft's Xbox consoles. There you have it.
Yeah, and let us know if you think it sucks or not.
Okay, essentially, the new Predator movie is happening, and it's directed by Shane Black, who was in the original Predator, and his character died in the movie. There has been a new casting addition, and this is relatively fresh off of the presses. You can check it out on the Twitter for Nerd Informants as well. You'll see all the news right there. But in the new Predator movie, Benicio del Toro will be starring in the new Predator movie. Speculate away on who Benicio del Toro is playing. Your assessment?
He's playing the Collector.
See, why do you have to go there? I mean,
Predators are in space, the Collector's in space, Shane Black directed Iron Man 3. It's all connected.
You know what I think he's going to be playing? I think that he's going to be playing a Dutch textile merchant in the movie who has a penchant for knives, and he goes up against an alien being that will not be stopped. Hunted or hunter.
And you made fun of my Collector idea.
Well, it was a given. I had to. I had to. You knew I had to do that. But anyway, he's in the movie. So think about this one. Who could he be playing? Could he be playing ex-militia, military? Is there some connection to Colonel Dutch Schaefer, who I want to see in the film? Sorry, I was getting a little angry, wasn't I?
A little bit.
Give me Dutch. Schwarzenegger isn't doing a lot these days, and he's not getting any younger. Let's put him in the movie before he hits 80, okay? Yeah, there you go.
The Governator is bored.
I've got a question for you.
Give me a question.
What if all of the Walking Dead characters had their own theme music? Would that add something to the show, or would that just be downright wacky? What do you think about that? Cool or not?
Well, yeah, I could see that. I mean, like in the DCU right now, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, they all have their own individual themes, that composed themes that play behind whenever they show up or whatever.
Okay.
So I could see that, essentially, yeah. Why? Why do you ask?
Well, we're going to play a little game here on this episode of Nerd Informants. It's episode 15, and we're going to apply some songs to your favorite Walking Dead stars. So we're going to use a random music generator, and we're going to come up with song titles for your favorite characters. Tim's going to pick the genre of music that I have for him here, and then I'm going to generate some song titles. All right, so we're going to start off with Rick.
Okay, with Rick.
Is Rick going to be, what genre of music?
From are you going to show me this list that we have here?
Yes, you can see the list. I'm showing him a list right now, friends.
Well, I feel that Rick, in his pre-Walking Dead life, was a man really into the blues.
Into the blues, okay. All right, so Rick, according to Tim, is a blues man, so we're going to pick a song here for him. Let's see. All right, that's it. I know exactly what Rick is going to be.
Okay.
Rick is going to be Morning Crazies. Morning Crazies for Rick Grimes. There you go. All right, so switching gears from Rick, the other alpha male of the Walking Dead series, Daryl Dixon. If Daryl dies, we riot, friends.
Well, that's a hard one. Is Daryl more country because he is the redneck of the group, or is he more rock and roll because he rides a motorcycle and has an awesome black vest?
What do you think?
Oh,
get in tune with your inner Daryl.
I got a feeling it'd be rock. If Daryl was on a cycle.
Okay, all right. So he's going with rock. This is Daryl Dixon. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, all right. The song for Daryl is a song called Speed of His Friends. But do you want me to read the choices?
Yeah, well, especially a couple of these. These are
for Daryl Dixon, some song choices for him as he's a rock fan, according to Tim. Story of the Feeling. Sound of gold. Living of his way. Speed of his friends. Rock and roll secrets. Twisted choice. Darling, thank you. You knocked me off my feet. I hope he loves you. Apparently Daryl's gay. He hopes you called for me. All right, moving on. Negan, the uber villain of season 7, who is going to kill one of our fan favorite characters at the beginning of the season. What is Negan?
He'd have to be, it's like something hardcore, like almost emo music, like screamo.
Oh,
like,
dude, you just completely gave it to me. He's electronic.
Electronic, is that okay? That's a choice. Then.
All right,
that's good.
We're going with electronic. Okay, you ready for his
Yeah,
songs?
give me something.
For Negan, the uber villain of season 7 of The Walking Dead, his songs are Things of the Rhythm, Tune for Yourself, Time for Her Ways, Don't Need His Heart, Crazy Riot, that seems like Negan, Faded Syndrome, Shake Your Body, Babe, Dance With Me.
That's probably what he says to Lucille.
He knows I need that bass. You take the B away, he knows I need that ass. I hope I'm awesome.
I think that they all fit him perfectly.
I mean,
they really do.
Did you see the story where what he refers to Lucille as?
No, I'm not.
He refers to Lucille as his penis. I'm sorry, friends, but I just had to get that out there. All right, Coral.
Coral's definitely country.
Okay, he's country. So going with, I mean, that was quick.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Talk of Nowhere for Coral. Matter of Dreams. Walk with His Dreams. Dreams of My Soul. Good Chance. Ghost Dance. Come With Me. Darling Until I Met You. I Hate to Be Alone. He Hopes I Cannot Go On.
Carl, you got a bad choice in music, my friend.
Man, I tell you what. All right, Michonne.
Ooh, Michonne. This is a hard one. I don't know.
Personally, I'm going to go with either jazz or ska.
See, jazz was definitely in the top there. So yeah, let's definitely hit jazz.
Gonna go with jazz?
Let's do jazz.
All right, here we go. So jazz for Michonne in The Walking Dead. Summer of Mines. Sunset of the Streets. Love from My Body. Interlude of My Way. Wanted Ways. Good Moments. Babe, Thank You for Everything. Babe, I'm Happy I Have You. I Wrote You a Song. She Knows I Wrote You a Song. Personally, you know what? I'm going to have to go with Sunset of the Streets for Michonne. Just saying, Sunset of the Streets for Michonne. What are you picking out?
After the recent season of Walking Dead, I feel Love for My Body would be a ballad that she'd choose.
Oh, because of her and Rick. Okay, all right. Glenn, our beloved pizza boy, who seems to escape death all the time.
Glenn is definitely rock and roll, 100%.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
All right, rock and roll for Mr. Glenn. Songs of Secrets.
Ooh.
Thrill for a Break. Rhythm of Your Ignorance. Fire of My Past. Chained Fire. Wicked Paradise. Baby Without You. I'm going to go with that one simply because he gets separated from Maggie way too much. I'm Nothing Without You. He thinks he's in love. I love She's Paranoid.
I think like the last 4 there kind of fit in with each individual season of the last few seasons.
Maggie's had plenty of reason to be paranoid, completely. I mean, just all over the place. And speaking of Maggie, she's up next.
Well, Maggie is definitely country. I mean, come on, she grew up on a farm. She's got that beautiful accent.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, for Maggie in Walking Dead, Road of Home, Walls of a Cowgirl, Need My Song, Kiss His Heart, Morning Choices, Shining Angel, Baby You Let Me Go, Babe, I Think I Like You, She Knows She Loves You, and She Knows He's a Cowboy.
I think she'd go for that last one. She knows he's a cowboy.
All right. Now, not to just leave him out, but we're going to skip over Abraham. I mean, who really cares? Let's go to the old mullet head himself, Eugene. What is Eugene?
Oh, Eugene's got to be something weird. Whoa.
Let's go with Pop, just for grins.
I think he'd listen to Pop.
You see him listening to Britney Spears
Yeah.
in the middle of the apocalypse? I think that's fantastic. All right, here it is. For Eugene, old mullet head himself, mystery of people, top of dance, loving my way, change his memory, super fireworks, broken kisses, sweetie, this love of mine. Sweetie, let's be lazy. I hope he's on my mind. And lastly, I heard they can't hold us down.
Ooh.
For Eugene, old mullethead himself, your favorite song titles for your characters on The Walking Dead. So what do you think of that last list for old Eugene?
I think they all fit.
The fireworks one seems to fit me, because he's billing himself as this Wile E. Coyote super genius type of guy, and he's really not a genius at all.
He's just a really smart teacher.
He's pretty much a dumbass.
Yeah. No common sense.
Pretty much.
He's getting better, though. I have to give. He's got a few good kills the last few episodes of last season. So, have to give him that.
Friends, you have waited patiently for it for at least 30 minutes into this episode of Nerd Informants, episode 15. Tim has received a box. What's in the box?
The box?
What's in the box?
It's here. Our most recent Legion of Collectors box. The
That's a
Women
thing of beauty.
of Power.
Women of Power.
Women of Power.
All right.
DC Legion of Collectors here. It's a bi-monthly box, so DC has 6 months out of the year. Marvel has 6 months out of the year. We skipped the Marvel, or I skipped the Marvel one last month, because I just wasn't feeling it. It was just Spider-Man. And
what if there was some really exclusive, cool swag in that box that you missed out on?
Well, that's the thing. I found they always post the image of what was in the box a few days after it ships for those who are interested. Because I can go back and I can purchase any box from the past since I'm a member of the Legion of Collectors and of the Marvel Collector Corps. So I can go back and pick another box. And you can too. It's not just a Nerd Informant thing. This is open to everyone. But it just didn't have anything good. It was purely 100% Spider-Man stuff. It wasn't anything unique or special. So I don't really feel like we missed out on too much by missing this box. But I am very excited that we got this one, because this one's got some really cool stuff that I'm excited to show. I'm giddy.
All right, well, you got HQ, man. Go ahead and lay it on us.
All right, if I can get it to open. I undid the tape, and of course I'll wait until the end to show that. I'll do it again. You wanna? I'll let you have first, Gabs. You wanna talk about the patch?
I do want to talk about the patch. Now, I will say this: Legion of Collectors always has really, really cool patches. And we keep trying to talk Tim into either doing a scarf or some kind of a clothing item to put his patches on. But absolutely cool. Legion of Collectors, Batgirl. There you have it right there. Batgirl, Legion of Collectors, right out of the box and right on top. Very, very cool addition.
I don't feel bad about taking this out because the packaging was already ripped. But yeah, pretty much every box you're guaranteed a patch and a pin. That comes in every box. And of course, Harley is the new girl on the block. Everybody is talking about her. Everybody wants a piece of her. She's the dream DC girl now.
Margot Robbie.
But this is perfect because this is the classic look of Harley, not the newer Suicide Squad look from the movie or from the comic books. So I'm excited to see this. This is fantastic. And into the box we go. You want to show that off?
Yes, okay. So number 35. Now, obviously, these, you think of Funko Pop. That is what that is. Number 35, Batgirl edition of Funko Pop, Legion of Collectors comic right there. DC 35, Funko Pop, Legion of Collectors comic book.
I was happy to see they actually included Raven on this. I mean, Raven always gets excluded. In between Raven and Starfire, yeah, they're part of the Teen Titans, but I mean, they grow up. They're not always teenagers. They actually grow up to be pretty awesome. So it would be nice to see more of them. So I was excited that at least Raven got included on the front cover of the comic here. But we also got the T-shirt. The T-shirt. Now there was two options for the T-shirt. You either got the Women of Power, the heroes, or the Women of Power villains. So I don't even remember which one I got. Let's see. What do I get?
He went with the villains, of course.
I got the villains. Look at that. Look at that. Some more Harley action. Scoot the box over.
That is beautiful.
It's pretty cool.
I will say that. That is very, very beautiful.
It's very cool.
Who's featured on that? I mean, obviously we got Catwoman, we got Harley Quinn, and who's the one on the left?
I believe Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
In case you ever get lost in the woods, you now know that's what Poison Ivy looks like. So, 3 leaves, don't touch, walk away. 3 leaves of green, don't pee. There's a catchy phrase to that.
Is it don't pee or is it don't wipe? I mean, I always get that confused.
Don't ever wipe with leaves of green, of three leaves of green. I'm an Eagle Scout. I should know this stuff. I'm smart enough to see Poison Oak and Ivy. So if anyone's ever going to send us any fan mail, please don't include Poison Ivy.
You forgot your training.
Allergic.
He's forgot his training.
So I just know to avoid things that have leaves on them. So you won't see me touching anything with leaves. So that's the T-shirt. That was a really cool T-shirt.
That is a very cool exclusive wearable in your box.
And I'll let you take a look at that.
Oh, Pop Heroes. This is very cool. Again, number 138 in the Pop Heroes series. It is Hawk Girl, made of pure, pristine vinyl, friends. Hawk Girl.
She is very pretty. Like that is a ridiculously nice pop figure. Some of these pop figures I just can't get behind because they're not very good. They're not very detailed. They're just kind of thrown together. But she's very well done. I'm very, very happy about that.
Very, very cool. Hot Girl Superheroes 138 Pop Heroes in Tim's Legion of Collectors box.
Of course, the one thing that
above all,
that's just beautiful. Take a look at that. That's just...
Wow.
That is right. If you're not seeing what's in the box, it's because it's invisible. That's right. They have finally released a Wonder Woman invisible jet. Okay? It's impossible these days to get your hands on an actual Wonder Woman invisible jet. Okay?
Because it's invisible.
Exactly. They're hard to find and a prepackaged. But there is an invisible jet in here and even comes with a tiny little Wonder Woman. So, and this is all part of, from whatever I understand.
It looks vintage in its packaging almost.
Oh yeah, and that's what I love the most about it. It's very vintage looking. It's very, very old school, almost to the Linda Carter days. I mean, you can even look how Wonder Woman is dressed.
Very patriotic, stars, stripes, the whole deal, right?
So, and it's the jet, and it's got a stand, and it's got everything. So it's really cool. And this is all part of the new DC Funko toy line. Okay, so while they are doing the pops, Funko is now getting into what I love the most. I love the pops, don't get me wrong, they're fun, but I prefer a good action figure over a pop any day. So this is fantastic. I am so happy that this box got accidentally shipped to me. Because here's the thing, I missed the cutoff date, and I didn't think I got the box.
And you got the box.
And next thing I know, it said, "Oh, your money's been approved. We're sending you a box." And so, here we go. You're
here, and you have it.
So yeah, nothing extra in the box. It's very simple: the shirt, the pin, the patch, the comic, and of course the pop figure and Wonder Woman here. But yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty simple indeed. But it's still very good. And they already announced what the next month's thing is going to be, and it is going to be Batman villains. So we'll see what that looks like. Hopefully it's something really awesome, so I will feel really good about getting it. But if it has anything with the Riddler, Two-Face, everybody loves the Joker. So I'm sure there's going to be something about the Joker. But frankly, I personally would like to get my hands on some Riddler and Two-Face merchandise, because I don't get to see that.
You're
very
completely
often.
leaving the Penguin out.
I like the Penguin a little bit, but
not as much as the others, clearly.
I prefer the others.
Legion of Collectors, a great box for Timmy.
Yeah.
Christmas come early with these collectibles, man. You've got to love it.
Yeah.
And of course, if they have it, I mean, they can have their choice. They can do both. They can be a part of Legion of Collectors for DC or Marvel Collector Corps.
Yeah.
They can have their way.
And guys, it's not that expensive. It's $25 a month plus shipping and handling. I think the total comes to like $32. with shipping and handling and everything.
Very reasonable.
But here's the deal. I already looked it up to see how much this is going for online. People are selling these by themselves already online on eBay, because some people do this stuff for profit and not for, the love of collection, not the love, which I don't get. I don't really understand. But people are selling this by themselves for $50.
Wow.
So, if you get this box, you're already doubling your profit just from this piece right here. Everything in these boxes is 100% exclusive. You're not going to be able to find them in a store. Not going to be able to buy them elsewhere online. You can only get them through the Collector Core or the Legion of Collectors boxes partnership with DC, Marvel, and Funko Pop.
He truly is the collector, folks. Yeah. He is the collector.
But good news is we have a really exciting box that's going to be coming to us hopefully next month. In lieu of the upcoming movie Doctor Strange, Marvel is releasing a Doctor Strange box, which I've already signed us up for. So hopefully we'll get that nice and early, and I'm assuming it should ship at the 1st of October. So we should get it. We should get it by the 1st of October if we're lucky.
If everything comes out on time. Gang, I tell you what, it's been a great episode 15 of Nerd Informants. Be sure to, again, check us out online. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's real easy to find us, Tim. They can do that by simply typing in 2 words, right?
Nerd and Informants.
Nerd and Informants. Do they have to go in that order?
You could type them in reverse, and I'm sure it would still work. I don't think there's any Informants nerd out there. Could be.
We don't think so. We checked that. We had our legal team checking that stuff out.
Yeah.
Thank you to our attorneys that work so hard night and day to protect our rights.
Dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Nerd Informants, again, friends, thank you so much for checking us out every week with new episodes. And as always, until we see you next time, may the Force be with you.
Hail Hydra.
Stay nerdy, friends.